So in the next little couple clips, you're going to see me working with Trip, Allie, and Nargles, and I'm just doing some fitness work and then some of just general training type stuff. And I wanted to go ahead and just talk about what it is that I'm doing with all of them. So the first dog I work with is Allie. And so with Allie, I'm working on some of her spot games, which is for her to come in between my legs. I'm just working on this because I want to teach her a strong spot command, and you can see me kind of add more difficulty to it. I want to be able to put her in a safe place between my legs, and it's a comfort zone for her. It's going to be great during trials when I need her to, you know, kind of get out of the way of something, or I want to keep her attention and keep her focus on me. So I'm going to do that. Brush that up on her a little bit, and then you'll also see me ask for multiple behaviors. I'm going to ask for a sit, a down. Eventually I'm going to work on a stand. I just haven't quite added that into the mix yet because she's still fairly new to changing behaviors into it. So I'm going to ask for those as well. And then you also see I'm working on lefts and rights with her as well, and I'm working on that very foundation. I've just started it. Working on that from the spot position as well. You'll see, you should be able to hear me in the video. I'll say left and say right and then turn with her. I haven't quite married the idea if I'm going to use that in agility or not. Honestly at this point I'm just training it, just something to train, something to do, but I haven't quite made it to the point of if I'm going to use it in training or in agility in trials and stuff yet. But I'm working on training it to her and to Trip. Just something else to add to their little toolbox of stuff, and I might use it in agility and I might not. I haven't really decided yet. So that's pretty much what you're going to see with Allie. You're going to see me also working her on the TotoFit disc. I'm going to do some sit to stands, some down to stands, also some pivots with her, where I just pivot her around the disc. I do work on this quite a bit with her because she tends to get a little bit frantic, and you'll see that in the video, and you'll see me try to calm her down a little bit because you can see she starts wanting to just do and she doesn't calm. So you're gonna see me redo a couple of the repetitions just to kind of bring some calmness to her, because when I add motion to a lot of things, especially my physical motion, she gets extremely aroused by that and her reactivity level goes up. So I do want to, help bring that part of it down a little bit. So you'll see me kind of work that a little bit with her. And then Trip, I'm doing basically the same thing. He's learning his middles right now. As you can see, he comes a little too far forward through my legs, and so I'll put my hand there to kind of stop his motion. I want to reward him with just his head coming through my legs. He wants to come all the way out. So you'll see me work on that with him. A little bit of left and right. I'm mostly focusing on his middle work right now. And then some disc work with him as well. I don't do any pivots with him right now. Not for any particular reason. I just didn't happen to do in that session. But I did do sit to stands and down to stands with him. Now Nargles, Nargles only worked on the disc. Nargles, I love her to death. She's very frantic. She's just Nargles. And so you're going to see me working on the disc. Now Nargles has some issues in her rear end. She also has some issues in her front end. She's not put together real well. So I like to focus on her conditioning quite a bit. So in this video, you're going to see where her back legs, when she sits on the disc, she splays them. I do not want that. I've been working really hard to bring her in, so you'll see me sit on the floor and put my legs, kind of the disc is in between my legs. Using my feet to kind of help guide her legs where I need them to go. And all her entire session is nothing but sitting on the disc and just letting her sit and kind of rock a little bit and gather her own weight, engage her core. And then you'll see me bring her into stands. That's all I do with her entire session. Where I'm kind of bringing her back a little bit. She's been off all winter. We've had a bit of a rough winter as far as me being able to do anything with my dog, so she's not in shape, and so I am trying to bring her back into shape to be able to be competition ready and ready to go when my season really kicks off, which is about May. So I'm really working hard on making sure that she is able to do that and get ready to do that. You will hear me say multiple times in that video, ow, easy, ow. She's very frantic, and she eats my hand, something fierce. So you will hear me kind of telling her, ow, easy, calm, because she tends to just build herself up, and it's just her personality. She's a very I call her very flighty, very just excited all the time. She's always excited. The only time I don't see her being Nargles is when she's passed out asleep. So, so you will hear me telling her ow and stuff. And a couple of times she really nails my finger. She got me a couple of times. And you'll just kind of hear me telling her to be easy. And I also want to address a few things, I guess. Right now, I'm spending this entire year traveling. I'm basically living in my fifth wheel. And myself and my boyfriend Jimmy are traveling around the country. Teaching, holding trials, holding NADAC fundraisers, attending other clubs' trials. So I have, my living room is behind me. What you see me working my dogs, that's the space I have. I have nowhere to train. I have no building. I have no field. I have no equipment. I sold all my equipment. And so I don't have anywhere to train my dogs. So all my training right now takes place if we go to a trial where I'm able to use the facility before the trial, like the week before for training, or a seminar if I'm able to rent a facility and I can get some training in. That is basically where my training is happening right now. And this last 2 months has been extremely hard. I haven't been teaching any. I taught overseas when I went to Philippines. Obviously didn't take my dogs to train. Pardon me. So what my dog's training is right now is what you see in this vlog of me working with my dogs. If I'm lucky enough to have a patch of grass, I have some cones with me and I do cone work. That is the only training they're getting done right now. I don't have access to any full-size equipment. Most of my training is going to take place this year. I'm lucky enough to be able to go to Yellowstone Dog Sports, and I'll have a lot of time there where I teach and I trial, and I'll have time in between. And I'm lucky enough that Elaine lets me use her facility and I can train, shoot my videos for upcoming online classes, all that sort of good stuff. And also I'll be at Sunny Williams' place in, I want to say Cortez, but it's Mancos, in Mancos, Colorado. She's got a beautiful outdoor field, and luckily, again, when I'm going to be teaching and doing trials there, I'll be able to train my dogs there. So I won't have any real training. When I go to YDS will be my very first time I get to train, and that won't happen until the first week of April. So my dogs right now, the only training they are going to get is if wherever I'm staying there's some grass, I can do cone work, and do a lot of my foundation games with all of them. I can do almost all of my distance and directional work with cones. I love doing that, so that's awesome. And then what I can do here in the living room. When it's winter, I'm in Oregon, it's cold, so going outside doesn't sound real appealing most of the time, and it's windy, so I do a lot of my work here in the living room, which obviously has not a lot of space. So for everyone that doesn't have a lot of space, you don't have anywhere to train, you can do tons of things. Agility, teaching the obstacles, in my opinion, that's the easy part. Is teaching all the stuff in between. That's the hard part. So even if all you have is a couple of cones, a couple of hoops, a jump or two, being able to work on your rear crosses, your front crosses, your blinds, doing sends, set up your cones in a line and be able to send your dog down that line of cones to a target. Be able to work on your distance and directionals around those cones or with hoops, whatever it may be. That sort of stuff really pays off in the end. I don't have a full-size ring to train in, but I'm not concerned. I'm not worried that I'm going to be so far behind by the time my trialing season starts, because I'm working on all the hard stuff. Trip needs to work on his commitment and his directional work. Allie needs to work on her directional work big time. Her switch is apparently broken, so we're working on her switch right now. Nargles, always, it's not about the equipment, it's about us as a team and our directional work, and all that can be obtained with little space and minimal obstacles. If all you have is a couple hoops or a couple jumps or even a couple cones, that's good stuff. That's a way to work on it. Eventually, it'd be nice that every once in a while be able to have a full ring of equipment and go be able to rent a facility or whatever have you to go do that. That's excellent. So I'm hoping that with this vlog you can see some things of what I'm doing with my dogs. Hoping the weather's gonna be decent later today, maybe tomorrow, and I'll get out and I'll show some cone work that I do with my dogs as well in the park that's next door. as long as it's not blowing. It's currently blowing. You can't see it, but it's like blowing the trailer back and forth. So you can do all these cool things with minimal equipment. So don't always get so worried if you don't have all the equipment or you don't have all the stuff. You can do so much in your living room. You can do so much with just a couple of things. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. It shows me kind of working with all the dogs. Please be sure to subscribe below so you can get updates on my next vlog videos that'll be coming out, and any other training videos that'll also be coming out on this channel as well. Thank you. There you go. Sit. Up. Sit. Up. Sit. Good. Up. Down. Up. Good boy. Oh no! Okay. I didn't throw anything. Chipper. There you go. Wait. Spot. There. Whoa. Wait. Hey. Wait. Spot. Go ahead and sit. There you go. Okay. Wait. Spot. Sit. Good. Very nice. Good boy. Yes. Good. Go to bed. Wait. Spot. Good. Ouch. Yes. Spot. Pretty good. You down? Wait. Spot. Sit. There. There. Down. Sit. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Wait. Spot. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Left. Go back. Sit. Wait. Spot. Yeah, right there. Good. That's where you need to be. Right. Good. Oh. Wait. Spot. You come just a little too far forward. Left. Yes. Spot. Right there. Sit. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay. Wait. Spot. Yeah. Well done, sir. Good job. Yes. One more. Okay. Wait. Spot. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy.